Hi everybody, welcome back for part 3 of my in-depth talk on costume college. I've put the last 2 videos up in the playlist, so if you're interested in talks about the freshman orientation, volunteering, what to pack, go back and check those videos out. This week we're going to talk about the bargain basement, my experience with the hotel, as well as some more information on the LA Fabric District tour. There is one more video in this series, so if you are interested in that, make sure to hit the subscribe button as well as the bell to be notified of when that video goes live. And let's start off by talking about the bargain basement. Another major part of the weekend is the bargain basement. This was amazing, so much fun. It is Sunday morning, you go down, you get in line, you get in, they hand you a giant bag, like giant IKEA bag, at least that's what they did this year. They handed us a giant IKEA bag and you have unlimited time, not unlimited time. Essentially what they say is when your bag is full, please leave and, you know, either get back in line or come back later, just to let everyone have a chance to go through. You go through, you fill up your bag, and you get incredible discounts on tons of fabric. Every item in the bargain basement has been donated, so all of the money goes back to next year's event toward the scholarships and like helping Costume College keep running, which is absolutely amazing. I would highly recommend when you go, pack an extra suitcase or pack half your suitcase and prepare to come out with a massive amount of stuff. Apparently over the last 2 years, everyone has been Marie Kondoing their sewing rooms, and they're stacked on tables. There was fabric like 3 feet high, and I actually ended up going twice. I went first thing in the morning, got in line, went through, and then I went back at the end of the day when the top of all of the piles had been like sort of culled off, just to see what was underneath, because there was so much stuff stacked on top of each other that you couldn't see anything. People donated fabric, fully made costumes, historical antique pieces, shoes, hats, notions, sewing bits, sewing machines, like anything, books, patterns, anything you can think of that has to do with sewing. Like, look around your sewing room, all the things you keep in your sewing room, that is what was there. It was a little bit overwhelming, but it was so much fun. If you like thrift shopping, this is 100% the place for you to be. Highly, highly, highly recommend. Bring an extra suitcase, be prepared. It was absolutely fantastic. There was a lot about the hotel that was really lovely, and there was a lot about the hotel that was not so great. It is a perfectly lovely Marriott. If you're going, the quality of the hotel is really good. I think all the rooms were just renovated, so I did not feel like I was spending a lot of money to stay somewhere that was not nice. It has all the usual amenities. There's a gym, there's a pool, you know, there's a hotel restaurant, there's a bar, you know, there's all those normal things in addition to all the event space at the back. Very nice hotel room. The only thing I would say is that now that they've done the renovation, the closet space is really limited, so just be prepared for that if you are bringing extensively sized costumes. Overall, my biggest complaint with the hotel, I think, was with food. They served breakfast and dinner. There's no lunch provided at the hotel. So breakfast, your options are, there's a Starbucks in the lobby. There additionally is a breakfast buffet. I didn't hear from anybody if they actually ate the buffet, what they thought of the food, but we do get a discounted rate on that of $18. What I did was, the day that I got there Thursday, I immediately put in an Amazon Fresh for a grocery delivery. I ordered cold brew coffee to keep in my fridge. As there is a coffee maker in the room, but they're little tiny ones and I don't think they make great coffee, so I ordered, and I also don't mind an iced coffee first thing in the morning, so I ordered cold brew and coffee creamer so I could make my own coffee in the morning. I didn't have to go down and wait in line. Highly, highly recommend. Saved a bunch of time. Also, I could have coffee on my own schedule and I didn't have to wait in line or wait for someone else to make it, which was excellent. I also ordered breakfast, so I ordered myself like yogurt and granola, stuff that I could eat in my hotel room really quickly. Then there's no lunch at the hotel. They did set up like a little kiosk thing with like some salads and wraps and fruit and other things like that. I walked by at one point and I think I saw that a sandwich was like $16, and then someone else said that they bought like a wrap and a sandwich and a drink and something else, and it ended up being like almost 50 bucks, and the quality of the food was really terrible. So I would not rely on, unless you're willing to leave for lunch and like leave the building for lunch and come back, that there isn't really lunch provided. I would highly recommend in that Amazon order, and I will definitely do this next year, getting like lunch food as well. I did have dinner at the hotel. I did order room service one night, as well as I did the gala dinner. There is the hotel bar and restaurant, as well as within like a block walk, there are quite a few restaurants that you can go to. If we're just focusing on the hotel restaurant was incredibly slow. I think someone said they sat there for maybe 25 minutes before anyone came up to take their order. So if you're looking for something quick, going to the hotel is not the place for you. So again, highly, highly recommend, if you're gonna stay in this hotel, do a big Amazon order, get a bunch of food to your room, and then you don't have to worry about it. It was fun to go out once I'd made some friends. We walked up to the little shopping area that's nearby. We went to sushi dinner. That was really fun, but that was probably my major complaint with the hotel, was just don't eat at the hotel. It was not worth it. And the last thing I did of the weekend was the LA Fabric District tour. This is again one of those things that I'm a little torn about. I do not think that it was a waste of time or money at all. It is $35 to get the coach in the morning, and then you shop all day, and then about 4 o'clock the coach leaves and goes back to the hotel. So you're essentially paying $35 for transportation both ways. As well as there are some women there that you can, if you want to, you can partner up with them and they'll show you around in more detail. We didn't really do that. We just explored the stores ourselves, but they're definitely there to help you and make you feel comfortable. So if I were going to lift from the hotel to the LA Fabric District, one way it probably would have been at least $35. So the fact that they transport you to and from is fantastic. So that to me was actually a great deal. The LA Fabric District is about 4 blocks, like 4 square blocks in a cube. And they sort of park right in the middle, and you have the chance to walk around all day and look at as many stores as you want, shop in as many stores as you want. These stores are interesting. Some of them are set up, they have a listed price, and you go in and you say, I want 10 yards of whatever, they give it to you, you pay that price. That's like a typical store. The other half, or most of the other of them, there's no prices on any of the fabrics. You go in, you ask how much it is, and then you barter what you want the actual price to be. But a lot of the prices they quote you are cheaper than the stuff you can find online anyway, so I was pretty happy with the initial price of most of the stores. The selection at the stores, I think, is what I had the biggest problem with. I had a list. I went in with a really detailed list of like, these are the things that I was looking for, and those things were really just not available. You can find stores that sell pretty much every different fiber that you need. A lot of the stores that sell really natural fibers or historical fibers are fewer and further between. A lot of the stores focus more on polys, rayons, much more modern fabrics that you would be using in sort of modern fabric manufacturing. So if you are, I don't really know how to explain this. If you are going with a very specific list, your list might be too specific. So I think having a few ideas of stuff that you would like to make, but that you don't care what the fabric is, would be the most successful way. I really struggled with, I was looking for a navy twill, I was looking for, you know, a silk in a blue and cream stripe. Those things were just not available. So have things that you're interested in, but also be willing to just pick up a fabric and go, this is an amazing fabric, I have no idea what I'm gonna do with it, I'm just gonna buy a whole bunch of it. So that's an idea. Also, definitely ask for swatches. That's a thing you can do. People were also asking for burn tests. I never did, but that is something you can ask for. Definitely think the LA Fabric District, if you live in a place where fabric is difficult to get, or you don't love shopping online, you want to shop in person, this is definitely the tour for you. It was really fun. Touring the LA Fabric District takes a ton of energy. It is hot. There's not a lot of places with air conditioning. It's a trek all day. Luckily, you can drop your fabric off in the bus. They keep the buses open and air conditioned, so if you need a place to like take a break during the day, you can head back to the bus and have a snack and take a break. Also, there are not a lot of places to eat. The food selections were incredibly slim, so I would highly recommend packing a lunch with you. But my plan is to go the Thursday, you know, come in earlier Thursday or Wednesday and go to the costume college when I'm fresh and I have a ton of energy. By the end of the conference, I was exhausted from running around and doing all the costuming stuff. And then we went to the LA Fabric District and I just felt like completely overwhelmed, and I was already sort of over being in LA and I was tired and all that stuff. And so I don't feel like I got enough out of the Fabric District. So if you are either brave enough to go by yourself or if you've been before, I would say your first year do the tour so that you get the experience and you have that sort of safety of going in the group. But I think next year I'm gonna go on Thursday, hit the stores that I know I really like, and then just call it a day and not waste my time on stores that don't have fabrics that I'm not interested in. Thank you so much for joining me on this. I really hope that these videos are helping you plan your costume college experience and that you have a really great time. If you've made it to the end of video 3, go down to the description and comment 3 in the comments. I'd love to know how many people have made it this far. Next video, I'm gonna do an in-depth talk on budgeting, how to budget for your costume college trip, as well as doing a haul on all of the things that I bought while I was there. I think that's all for now. I hope you're all safe and happy wherever you are, and I will see you all really soon. Bye.